Chrissy Swan Show.
Here you are. Here I am on the best day of the week, Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
I stand by it, Jack.
So do I.
I was out on my walk this morning and I ran into a woman who had those cool AirPods in. Is that what they're called, AirPods?
Yeah.
I can't wear those because they clank on my signature hoops.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
What a shame. So you're an old cord gal.
I'm always a cord gal.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I've chosen the hoops over the groovy AirPods. But this woman, and I know her name is Kate because she looked at me like she'd seen a ghost. She was out walking and listening to me on the podcast of this very show, the Chrissy Swan Show.
Did you start like miming to her and like talking as if you're talking live?
Yeah, she was really spooked by it.
That would be weird.
If you are listening now, good on you. And if you have to go somewhere in the next 10 minutes, you can always catch up on our podcast. You can download it on the Nova Player app.
Exactly right, Swanee. Today, Sweeping Statements returns, but we're doing a bit of a remix. We're doing an Office edition.
I can't wait. Does that mean that our favourite office mascot, Vicky, is going to be on the show?
It sure does.
Oh, the receptionist from heaven.
Who am I? A queen in the kitchen? Could be. Now find your queen vanilla in the baking aisle to discover how a little queen does wonders in your bakes.
What's my name?
Who is it? Chrissy Swan's Who Am
I mean, I'm mad for her already with a name like Maureen. How can I not be?
Hello, Chrissy.
Oh, Morza. Can I call you Morza?
Oh, people call me Moors, yeah.
What about Mo? That is also a great nickname for Maureen, Mo.
Oh, I don't tend to get that one. I get Moors or Moorsy.
I'm going to call you Mo.
Okay.
Can I be the only one that calls you Mo, Maureen?
Please do.
All right, let's get you some cash. I feel like you're going to really take this out. This is how it's going to work. I've got 5 clues here, Morza, about a particular celebrity, and I've got $500 cash to give away. Thanks to Queen Baking, I'll take away $100 every time you get one wrong. Let's do it.
Okay.
Clue number 1. I may or may not have added a few bits and bobs to this.
No. Maureen, this show is going to end in the next week with the amount of cash we've been giving away. Chrissy,
what a shame.
You will read the sheet as written.
What a shame if that would have happened, Mo, over $100. I'm an Australian singer who recently won the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Australian Women in Music Awards.
Tina Arena.
No.
Great guess, though, Maureen.
Great guess. Clue number 2. I have bedroom eyes.
Oh, I know her name.
Yeah.
Oh, God, Soprano.
Yes.
Kate Soprano.
Yes,
Yeah.
Maureen! I lost the words, so hypnotised.
Oh, that's fantastic. What did we get to? What number?
$400, Maureen.
Oh, if you don't mind.
Morza with the sweet, sweet cash, huh?
What are you going to spend it on, Maureen?
I need new tyres.
That is the best answer.
That is great.
Tyres.
I need your tires. Good on you, Morza.
Thank you very much.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Who doesn't love paying less for their favourite beauty brands? Love paying less for glowing skin or love paying less for feeling better? Find great prices on everything you love only at Priceline Pharmacy.
Shop in store or online at priceline.com.au. The Chrissy Swan Show.
I have found an article and so much of it rang true to me. This young woman is talking about how she's just had a baby and she is starting to learn how much children cost. And you never know how expensive kids are until you have them yourself.
Because you hear that a lot, and I hear that a lot. Obviously, I don't have kids, so I can't relate. But, like, when people say that, it's like, what do you mean? Like,
well, I'll give you a little example that you can understand. So when I had Leo, you know, I knew that he was going to cost a lot of money, obviously. And you start to, you think, oh, gosh, if I choose a private school, I've read articles about that, that's $15,000 a year or whatever. And you think, oh, God, you know, maybe I'll be able to afford it when he's older. What I was not prepared for, and this is just a little snippet, childcare, where he went when I was working, costs more than a private school. A lot more.
That's insane.
A lot more.
And they're not even teaching them, like, algebra and stuff yet.
No, they're just keeping them alive. Yeah. So I was like, oh, my God, I thought that I wouldn't be spending this money until he was 13 or 14 heading into high school. And look at me, he's 2 years old. I mean, childcare is outrageous. And you hear that conversation, but until you're looking at your bank statement going, I just paid $600 this week for childcare. It's more expensive than the most expensive, fancy private school in Sydney.
We got to change that. That just feels wrong.
I know. I mean, the good thing is they do feed them.
Yeah,
they do feed them.
Food included.
This woman's been talking about how it was a huge shock to her to realise how much kids cost. And she was looking back at her time. She obviously went through school and that was all fine. When she hit 18, she wasn't financially independent. She was, in her words, leeching off her parents to pay rent and this and that. And she went to fill up her car one day and she didn't have any money in her account.
Grim.
And all that sort of stuff. Anyway, her dad sent her an email when she was 21. So, I mean, look, they say that once you're 18, the financial strings end. But
I'm still leeching at 26, mate. Don't worry.
I don't reckon that's the way. Certainly not going to be the way with my kids. But he sent her an email. This woman's father sent her an email, and it was a spreadsheet. And on it were all the dates and itemised and calculated amounts of money that he had given her over the years, extraneous to university costs or anything like that.
Wait, so what are we talking? Like, what kind of costs?
Oh, bailing her out of this, paying for the Ubers, rent, food.
What?
All of that. And not only, I was reading it going, oh, well, I suppose that's fair. You have a look at the spreadsheet and, the penny drops. Like, oh, my God, I've cost my parents $20,000 a year or something. No, not only was the spreadsheet to show her how much extra money he had given her since she turned 18, he wanted it back.
That is so wrong on so many levels. Like, the idea that all of this time he was secretly keeping a spreadsheet, and also she didn't know she was going to have to pay this back. Like, that's just proper dog. What a dog.
A bill.
That's not fair.
A bill from your dad. And I think you're right. If he was keeping track of it, there should have been a conversation at the time
Agreed.
of the loaning. Oh,
One day.
Yes, Chrissy, you can have $20 to fill up your car, but I'm going to put that on the ledger.
That's just still, it feels so mean. But yeah, it would have at least been honest.
Yes, absolutely.
He tricked her.
And as you said, that is a dog act.
Dog.
That is a dog act, mainly because there was no prior warning. But my question to you is this, 13 24 10. What has your dad done that you have never forgiven him for? When I was 10 years old, I was staying with my dad because my parents split up when I was young and I would have holidays with Dad. And he took me to the worst hairdresser in the world and gave me a hairdo. I was 10. I ended up looking like the Queen on the back of a coin.
I want to see a photo.
I have never forgiven him for it.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
What has your father done that you are yet to forgive him for? Has your dad ever done anything to you, Jack?
He absolutely would have. I just can't remember. Do you know the one thing I remember that's
traumas like that? Traumas like that, Jack.
The one trauma I do remember is him tricking me into thinking if I did a day's work with him, he was like, he had his own lawn care business and landscaping business,
right?
That I would get like a phone at the end of the day. I think I really pitched that to him. And then at the end of the day, we're driving home. I was like, so we're going to Vodafone? He goes, no.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what?
That is terrible.
I know.
And then you never trusted him again.
Ever.
This is why you must never lie to your children. Lauren, what did your dad do that you have never forgiven him for?
So we were on a family holiday and we went out to the Great Barrier Reef. I would have been in primary school at the time. And I was already seasick, like feeling pretty average. And he was like forcing me to get into the water. And I was like, fine, I'll get in. So I had to put on a wetsuit. And in the midst of putting up my wetsuit and like zipping it up, he zipped the side of my skin up into the zip.
Oh, God, that hurts so much.
And then he had to unzip it because he had to get the skin out. So then I had to go through the double pain.
I am grabbing the side of my body now in agony. That is terrible. Did he ever do anything like that again?
Well, I was saying, I said to my sisters that I replied to this, and my sister replied to me, and she goes, what about the time that he clipped your bike helmet up and got your skin caught in the clip? And I was like, oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God, there's a habit. There's a habit here, Lauren. I have done that. I have done that to, I think it was Kit, and I feel so terrible about it. He's 12 now, and he probably doesn't remember. As I said before, trauma does that to you. But you know when, it's summer and babies have got their little chunky legs out, and he was in his baby seat, and, they've got all those clicky things similar to a helmet, and I clicked his little podgy thigh in
At least
there.
you wouldn't remember now.
Oh, God, I do, though. The pain is real. Priceline Pharmacy voucher for you, Lauren. Tessa, let's finish with you. What did your dad do that you have never forgiven him for?
Well, my grandparents had a farm, and so when I was little, I would have been about 6. I'd gone into the chicken coop to feed the chickens, and just to, for a laugh, as I tried to get out, they held the door closed for about a minute and just kept me locked in with the chickens. And I have been terrified of birds ever since, because when I then got out of the chicken coop, there were free-range peacocks to chase you afterwards.
Oh, my God, and peacocks are cranky as well, Tessa. They're weird.
Yeah, they are. That's correct.
You know what?
Terrifying.
That sounds like heaven to me, though, now as an adult, because if I was stuck in a free-range organic chicken coop, I would have so many eggs in my bum bag. I'd be like, leave me here for another 2 minutes.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Community service announcement for our beautiful listeners in Perth, WA. Nicolas Cage has been spotted doing some supermarket shopping.
And I tell you what, Swanee, I'd quite like the glasses he's wearing. That's my one takeaway from those photos.
You should roll him for them.
Okay.
I just want to pinch zoom the hell out of what is in his trolley. All I can see, you can see it too, can't you?
A lot of loo paper and paper towel.
Paper towel, not loo paper.
But is that first one? No, the first one, we've got loo paper, and then there's 2 boxes of paper towel.
What is he doing? Is everything all right, Nicolas Cage?
I know, right?
Give us a call. Give us a call whenever you want if you see him in the wild, because he is magic.
And he's in velvet. I imagine that would be quite warm over in Perth.
It's hot.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you hiding, Nicholas? Now, when I see a headline like this, I am clicking. Rent a supportive mother for your wedding and more LGBTQ plus family news. Okay. So there was a TV show called Making It. One of the storylines was about I always get this wrong, LGBTQ plus couple that didn't have the support of their parents. In fact, a lot of it blows my mind because, my kids can do no wrong. Whatever they tell me, I'm cool with.
Yeah, and I was the same growing up as like a gay kid. My parents were so cool and it was just never a thing.
But it turns out that we're lucky.
I know, it's really sad when I hear stories like this.
It is so sad.
The struggle.
And because I'm quite a progressive person, it always shocks me that in this day and age that there are still people that will not accept their own children.
So wrong.
It is crazy. Further to this, my friend Nellie Thomas, who's a comedian, has posted to Instagram, Mum for loan. I'm trying to channel my profound disappointment in the world today into something hopeful. I keep seeing posts about beautiful parents who sub in and attend weddings for LGBTIQA plus folks whose own parents have rejected them. I read this and I am like, that's me. I think Nellie and I should start some sort of bureau or an agency.
Yes.
For women and men, because you want a supportive dad as well.
Of course.
You want, if you're a traditional sort of person, you might want to have that experience of a dad giving you away, or walking you down the aisle, or a mum. I want to do this.
Okay.
I want to do this. If you are in the situation where you are marrying the love of your life, or just a commitment ceremony, whatever, and your parents are not on board, slide into my DMs.
Let's
on
do
Instagram, because I will get gussied up and I will give you away. I will do anything. I'll be in the photos. I'll give a speech.
Yeah.
Whatever, because, you're getting married. It's exciting. And if your parents are that revolting to disown you for that, then I'm subbing in.
Also, let's just have a quick on-air biz meeting. How much are we charging for this? Because we can make some proper coins, Swanee.
You are disgusting. It is a free.
No.
It is a free service, but make sure you DM me and not Jack, because it'll cost you.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Hope you've stopped into the servo and bought a couple of packets of chips, put in the back seat for the kids when they get in the car.
Yum.
I mean, life hack, am I right?
Our lovely receptionist Vicky here has been secretly buying me Smith's blue crinkle cut chips and stashing them in my office.
They are a classic choice.
The best.
I commend you. I've got some bad news for you. Apparently there's going to be a fly plague this summer as the weather seems to be getting a bit better.
Yeah.
And I did see my first big lazy slow blowfly this morning upstairs in my room, which I emptied about 3 cans of spray on. I'm bad at that. I cannot stand them.
I'm with you, and I weirdly get off on the smell of like fly spray.
Do you?
Yeah, I like it.
Well, you would hate the ones that are unscented.
Oh yeah, no, mine are scented.
I know, you got to know when you're napalming them.
Absolutely. Next, we are playing a round of Chrissy's Quizzies.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
No thanks. No thanks. Weirdly, that's exactly what you said to me, Jack, when I said, can I get you a bum bag? Dee, you are playing today. Are you pumped for this bum bag?
Oh, absolutely. I've been trying to get through so I can get my hands on one. So I'm really happy to be here. Thank you.
I mean, I cannot play favourites, but Sonia is equally pumped, aren't you, Son?
I am absolutely pumped, and I've got the bum for the bag.
Yes, my friend, and I've got the bags for the bum. That's under my eyes. Let's go, ladies. Your name is your buzzer. It's a best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game and will walk away with a very shoddily made bum bag.
Question number 1.
Steve Stifler is a character from which film franchise?
Oh, D.
D.
American Pie.
Correct. Question number 2. Which is Australia's largest state by area?
Sonia.
D.
Yes, Sonia.
Western Australia.
Correct. That's 1 apiece. Question number 3. What is Rihanna's first name, her real name?
Sonia.
Yes, Sonia.
Rihanna?
No, it is Robin. I think it's Robin Fenty.
Robin Rihanna Fenty.
Question number 4. What is the day after Christmas known as?
Sonia.
D. Just got in, D.
Boxing Day.
Yes.
2 points to D, 1 for Sonia. D. This next one is for the win. Sonia could still get back in there.
What is the distance of a marathon?
D.
Sonia.
D.
42.2 kilometres.
I'm going to accept that, absolutely. It says here 42.195, but you strap that bum bag on and you will get through that in no time. Well done.
Thank you. You've made my day, guys.
Run a marathon, D, with the bum bag. I want to see some video footage of it, and I want you to do 4-minute kilometres.
I can put all the snacks in there.
Yes, girl.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Swan's sweeping statements.
Oh, yeah. This is where we air our dirty laundry, also known as the unpopular opinions that we secretly hold that we will die on this hill to protect.
It's my favourite segment of this show, and I think you should kick us off today, Chrissy Swan.
I think we're going to mix it up too, aren't we? We're not going to take calls today. We're doing a little vox pop around the office. I cannot wait.
Because everyone in the office keeps saying how much they love it, so I'm like, well, let's give them a go.
Great, let's share the conch.
But you're first.
I'm going first. You know how when you have a driver's license
Yeah.
and you have you start with a stash of demerit points. Mm-hmm. 13, I want to say. 12?
Yeah.
12. And then every little bad thing you do, you lose them until you've got none, and then you lose your license. I think that people...
What are you trying to that? Where is this going?
I suddenly got very nervous. And, you know, it's illegal for you to hand over your demerit points in order to keep your license.
Yes, Constable Chrissy.
I think it shouldn't be illegal. I think that if somebody knows the risks, that they should be able to take your... It's like a liver transplant or a kidney transplant.
So, for example, if
it's like it's going to be... There's risks involved, but I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to take your demerit points, and I think it should be legal.
But do you understand why the demerit point's being taken off you? Like, you've done something wrong on the road, and if you continue to do those wrong things on the road, you don't deserve to have a license.
Look, that feels like details.
This is not how the world works.
Yes, but I feel like it should. It should be.
But it's just not.
It should be the way the world works.
But then, like, that just opens up a whole can of worms for, like, criminal activity.
Why?
Because you're breaking the law and therefore being punished for it. So a demerit, the taking of a demerit point is getting you to that point of potentially getting in trouble.
Some of the demerit points are ridiculous.
Now that I agree with.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, what? I drive like an absolute geriatric.
Yeah.
And I've come very close to losing my license. Some would say I have lost my license in the past.
Do you remember our first year working together? And I would come and pick you up at 4 a.m. in the morning.
It was so unfair. I just think that was unfair. and I'm not over it.
I can tell.
What is your unpopular opinion, Jack?
I think the way to show that you are a flog, like the definition of a flog.
Yes.
I hate to go all Triple M on everyone. Is somebody that plays music out loud on the beach. So people that take a boom to the beach.
Like a Bluetooth speaker.
Yes, and play it out loud and just have no care that everyone else around them is trying to either like soak up the sun and chill, or maybe I've got my AirPods in like a normal human being listening to my music, yet you are blasting some Taylor Swift song and you're ruining my beach experience.
I think that's very fair.
Yeah. Cut it out.
Yeah, that is not community-minded.
Next, we've got some people from around the office jumping in the studio to give their sweeping statements.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Swan's sweeping statements.
I've gone out on a limb and I've said that demerit point transfers should be legal. We're all doing it. Don't send me to jail.
I'm not.
You are so.
I'm not.
Everyone does it. And you've said
anyone that listens to music out loud on a beach with like a Bluetooth speaker is a flog.
We are handing the mics over to, look, don't tell anyone, but they're our favourite staff members here at Nova. And you all get a crack. We've got so many people here in a line ready to give us their sweeping statements. We're going to kick off with Vicky, everybody's favourite staff member, the receptionist.
Yes.
Hi, Vicky.
Hey, Christina.
Call me what you call me. Call me what you call me when I arrive.
Beach.
Yeah, there we go. Beach.
Hi, beach. All right, Vicky.
Yep.
What's your sweeping statement?
Well, I don't have a dishwasher, and I don't think we do need one, so I'm happy to just stand up like an ergonomic desk. Don't have to bend down and break your back, and wash my dishes by hand.
What, you think that we should not have dishwashers?
It's not necessary, is it?
Vicky.
I like the old school way, and you get a satisfaction.
Oh, mate, I'll get satisfaction any other way.
Well, that's my only way.
Than that. So, I love a dishwasher. But part of the rules of sweeping statements is we don't argue with you about it. You're allowed to have it.
Thank you.
And good on you, Vicky.
Thank you, Bean.
Up next, we've got the lovely Ash Bathurst in from sales. Great name to say.
That is a great name. That's my sweeping statement. That's one of the great names of all time. Hello, Ash.
Hello.
You can move a bit closer to the mic, mate. It's not going to bite you.
I love it when people come into this. Is this your first time in a radio studio?
It's a lot.
I can tell by your face.
So, where do I look?
Look at me. I'm laying around like a human Woody. And you're very formal. Great to see you, Ash.
You too.
What is your sweeping statement?
Taylor Swift is overrated.
I'm not allowed to say anything.
You're
They're
not.
the rules. Can I just ask one question, though? Have you listened to Folklore or Evermore? Or have you listened to Folklore?
No.
Then
And I probably won't.
Get out of my studio. Do not darken this door. Oh, I love this. Yeah. Thank you, Ash.
No worries.
Next up, we have the lovely Chloe.
Hello, Chloe Elizabeth.
Hello, my darling.
You look magnificent.
As always.
Here's my sweeping statement. Pyjamas at work is a look.
What an insult. It's a matching set.
I know.
Alrighty, Chloe, what is your sweeping statement?
Travelling.
I don't like to travel.
You are so gorgeous. At what point does the hatred of travelling kick in?
It starts with packing.
Yep.
Why do I want to back everything up?
Yes.
And then who's going to look after my plants?
Oh, Chloe. Does this mean that you don't travel, or you do it because you know that you should, but you hate it?
I do it if someone forces me into it and I have to be a nice person. But it's why do we want to spend all the money all the time? I'll spend it here.
Yes. I love you. Thank you so much for your sweeping statement, Chloe, and for your Clolives.
Famous olive.
Your own,
Chloe.
your own brand of olives.
Really?
Yep, I own
Wow.
them. All right, next.
Macy Gibbs to the microphone, who
This
works
has
in
been-
our promotion.
This has been so much fun, guys. I've loved every minute of it.
Hello, Chrissy.
Hi, Macy.
How are you?
You having a better day today than you had the other day?
I'm having a great day today.
Yeah, good. You look amazing.
Thank you. I've thrown on a hat and a hoodie and...
What is your sweeping statement?
Chrissy, dogs suck.
What, every sort of dog?
Yep. Don't have time for them. The hair, the smell, just... Ugh.
So what do you do if your best friend buys a puppy?
I don't care. I honestly could not give a crap about your dog.
How do you react when a beloved pet passes away?
Celebrate.
Chrissy's clickbait.
Look, Millie Bobby Brown, it's a triple barrel name. I'm not mad about it. And I don't think her and I would get along.
Yeah, I find her annoying.
Do you?
Yeah.
I never really had an opinion, but I do something with monotonous regularity that she has quite vehemently said that she does not agree with.
I do not take pictures of my meals. That is where I draw the line. My camera does not eat fast. I think it's just ridiculous. Put your phone down, eat your meal. I don't actually even think I have one picture of a meal.
Do you want a medal or just to pin it on her?
Right?
I mean...
Seriously. Also, at 19, if you're finding that ridiculous, get a life. Get off that Stranger Things set, mate, and get a life.
It feels like, a sweeping statement, which we did yesterday. I feel like...
We did it today.
Oh.
It's been a long hour.
Did we do it today?
We did sweeping statements literally half an hour ago.
Oh my God. I need to get more sleep. But it feels like a sweeping statement. You either absolutely have no opinion about it and you don't care either way, or you absolutely cannot stand it.
Yeah. Look, if she did it in our sweeping statement segments, I wouldn't judge her. But that's just stupid. And also, it's 2023. We take photos of our food. Get over it.
I take photos of everything not everything, but most things I eat.
Yeah, and
particularly if they look great and I want to relive the joy later.
Exactly, and food is your love language, so you like to share it around and show people your creations.
That's right.
I'm here for it.
Here is a fun fact, though, about Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
She is basically now related to rock and roll royalty. She's married, or long-term dating, I think they might be married, to John Bon Jovi's son. Shut down in a blaze of glory. Yeah.
At 19, that's another mistake.
Now. What the harmonising there with Richie Sambora. That reminds me, I was obsessed with Bon Jovi. I'm going off on a tangent here, but that's what I do. I was obsessed with Bon Jovi. I know every word to every song, albums that nobody knows, the whole deal. Did you know that about me?
I didn't.
Yeah. Closet bogan.
Yeah.
Actually, not that closet.
And you judge me for Nickelback.
Yeah. No, Bon Jovi's way more superior than Nickelback. But I wrote a haiku in year 11, which is a Japanese poem.
Yeah.
And it has to strictly be 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. And here is my haiku. Turn down the bed. Every single day, he is always on my mind. Richie Sambora. You got an A+ for that.
Good job, Swanee.
All right, let's move on to this. Speaking of food, I'm salivating thinking about it. I mean, don't at me. I am I have an opinion as strong as Millie Bobby Brown about which sauce is best on nugs.
You'd want to be the right opinion.
It's sweet and sour.
Correct.
Okay, it's sweet and sour. Some people like sweet mustard.
Ew.
Yeah, I know.
Sweet and sour is just obviously the best option.
It's obviously the best option. Did you know what the secret sort of tangy ingredient is in the sweet and sour sauce? It makes so much sense.
No, I've never really thought about it, but
apricots.
Apricots?
Apricots. And now that you know it, you can taste it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because it is actually quite sweet, but I always just imagine it to be something soury in there.
No. It's tart. It's tart like an apricot. And that reminds me, how good is apricot chicken? You might be too young.
No, my mum used to make a mad apricot chicken.
Okay, that is on the agenda for the next 7 days.
I haven't had that since I was a kid. Mum used to make that all the time.
I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it and bring it in next week, 100%.
That's us done. We'll be back tomorrow, and our good friend Joel Creasy is going to be stopping by before he hits up Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel.
2 words for tomorrow's show, Friday Fun Day.
Oh, stop.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.